learning C++ or Python in your like core subjects. So what is different in Kotlin? Kotlin is as it is an object-oriented language. So while learning some basics, you will come to know what is special in Kotlin. So whatever code we write in Kotlin, it comes under this main function. We'll come to it functions later. Now just remember one thing that whichever code we need to write, it that means we have to execute that code. It always comes in the main function. So for printing any output, like if you want to see anything like a text, integer, number on your screen, so you use println, like println function in Kotlin. Let's use it. So whatever text you write, it is always in the inverted comma. So welcome to Compose Camp. Yes. So this is our first Kotlin program. Let's run and see. Yes. So you are getting the output. So if you want to print anything on your console or on your output screen, you can use this println statement. You can also use print function for doing the same thing, like hello Android lovers. Yes. So let's print this statement. Yes, so you might be thinking like ये तो सेम हो गया प्रिंट एल एन प्रिंट, क्या फर्क है इसमें? तो फर्क ये है कि जब तुम प्रिंट एल एन whenever you will use print ln function, it will add a new line, it will insert a new line after printing that current text or something. And if you use this print function, then it will say it will not insert any new line at after printing that word. So I will show you the difference. Let's remove this ln here and see what's happened. Yes, so you can see both the text are on the same line. And if we add ln here, means if we use print ln function, then it inserts an new line after this welcome to compose camp line. So I hope you all got the basic idea, like basic difference between print ln and print function. So next is comment. So I hope you have learned in C++ what is comment. Just the same thing here. If anyone doesn't know what comments are, for them, comments can be used to explain like the Kotlin code. If you want, if you are writing any complex code, you might want to share with your friends, and he doesn't know for what purpose you have declared any variable or for what purpose you have used this function. So you can just add this comment and you make your code more readable. So comment can a single line comment can be written like this, two slashes, and yes, this is a single line comment. And comment are those lines which are not executed by the compiler. Like you can only add it for your information to make your code readable, or if like you want to prevent any execution, like whenever you are solving any problem, if you have two ways to solve it, you just want to check that if this is working or this is working. No, without cutting it all or without removing it from your program, you can just comment it out and check for the other lines of code. And this is for single line comment. And if you want to use multi-line comment, then slash that asterisk sign, and this is multi-line comment. Yes. So these comments are those which are not executed by the compiler. They are just for making your code readable. Now, yes, what if you want to store any value? Like if you want to store your friend's name, like if you want to store your age in some variable, we use variables, right? So variables are the one which act like containers. You can store values in them, and you can use it whenever you require. You can perform any operations on them, like you can increment it, you can decrement it. For those things, variables are very important. So variables are the basic entity like for any program. So we will see how to declare the variables in Kotlin. So in Kotlin, you can declare the variables using two keywords, that is var and val, val values. So we will see one by one both. First, we will see var. So for declaring the variable, the syntax is like first you have to write the val keyword, then you have to give your variable a name so that it can be recognized anywhere you will use it further in your program. So you can give any name to your variable. Let's give a simple a name as your variable name, and then you can assign any value to it. Like for example, let's take the variable value as compose. So yes, this is a, and let's print this variable value. So for printing any variable, you must use this symbol, this dollar symbol in your println statement, so that it will print the value stored in your variable. So let's run this code. Uh, yes, I will add your println so it is more clear to you because it is on the same line. Yes. So see here, our compose, whatever value is stored in that name variable, it is printed. Now we will see what is var. So you can also use a var keyword to declare any variable. Let's yes, let's store one in your sorry. Let's take it as a variable name as event. Let's store one in it, and we will print and see the variable. We will print the variable event. Okay. Yes, so one is printed. Now you might be thinking, "ये यहाँ भी दो है, val है, var है." So what is the use of this both? Like we can make it easier by using one any one of them. So yeah, no, there is a difference in val and var. So what is it? Val is the variable that we cannot modify or reassign it again. If you declare any variable using val keyword, you can assign a value to it only once, and you cannot modify or change it later on in your program. But if you need, like you wish to change your variable, you wish to change it their value, you wish to reassign it, then you must use this var keyword. So using the var keyword for creating your variable, you can modify your like you can modify the value stored in your variable. Let's check how it can be done. So I will first try to reassign the value to this var keyword. Let's see if it works. So I will give a new value to name. Let give it Android. And we will print this again to see if it works or not. See, it is giving an error saying that val cannot be reassigned. Just what I said earlier. You can use the val keyword for that purpose, that you want to keep the constant. Want to keep the value stored in variable constant. So you cannot reassign the val variable. And just we will see if we can reassign the value to with using a var. So yes, I will cut this out because it will mess up the code. And I will increment the event by one. Like event is equal to event plus one. And then I will, so we are in, first we will print the first value which we have assigned, that is one. And then here we have incremented the value of event by one. And now let's check if it is allowing us to reassign or not. So see, yes, we can reassign the value with using var keyword. So this is the basic difference. Like if you want to keep the value constant, you use val keyword, and if you want to reassign or modify your variable, then use the var keyword. So this is what the variables are. Now, yes, here is it comes why Kotlin is special. Now, Kotlin is smart enough to recognize the data types of the variable. Are you able to see like we have declared any data type here? No, right? In C++, we need to declare this is int, this is char and all. But here, without even declaring the variable, we are using it. So isn't Kotlin smart language? Yes, it is. So this is the one of the advantage of Kotlin. Like you not need not have to always mention the data type, but if you want, you can. Like there is also we can also assign the data type to this variables. Now there are similar data types in Kotlin too, like for printing any text or storing any text variable text like data type, we can use the string string data type. So string is mostly used for text. So this is string, and for numeric values like integer, then float, double. These are the data types available for the integer values. So this is the code will run the same because it's your choice. If you want to assign the data type, you can. If you don't, then the Kotlin will automatically recognize it. So this is one of the advantage of using Kotlin. Yes, you can. There is also one data type Boolean, where is compose cam funny. Is compose cam fun. So let's make it as a Boolean, and let's assign a value to it. So, yes, Kotlin is case sensitive. So, if you write here capital T, then it will not work because as it is a case sensitive language, it only accepts those particular letters. So, let's print this Boolean variable. We'll try to print this and see what if we get the correct output or not. So, yes, so it is showing the output. So this is what the basic things we need. You one need to know about Kotlin is how to print the statements. What are the data types, string, integer, boolean. Then what is the like what how can we declare the variables. Now let's see the function. So function is yes, this is the main function. As I said earlier, every Kotlin program has the main function, and whatever code we need to execute, it must be there in the main function. You can also create your own functions, like for your making your operations easier, your programming more op- optimize, and it for more like more powerful, you can use your own functions too. Like instead of you, if you need the same lines of code again and again your program, then you need not have to write all the lines of code again. You just need to call that particular function in your program, and everything is else is done. So let's see how to declare a function in Kotlin. So first of all, you need to use this keyword func, which we use to declare a function. After the fun keyword, you have to add the function name. So let's make the function compose camp compose camp success. So, yes, this is the function name. After writing the fun keyword, you have to mention the function name, then this round parenthesis. So, this is the basic syntax, and then the curly braces. So, whatever lines of code you have to write, this will come in this curly braces. So, we'll just print the simple statement in this function which you have created now. Um, compose camp Compose camp is going great. Yes. So, yes, so we have declared the function. Now, if we, here we have only mentioned one, like we have inserted only one statement, but if while developing your apps, you might be needing many functions which would have many lines of code, and that would be inserted or called, like it would be referenced at that place wherever you will call that function. So in main function, we will call our compose camp success function, and let's see if it's working. So how to call a function? So for calling any function, you just have to write it's for calling any function, you just have to write the function name and the round parenthesis, and the function will be called there. Yes. So see, just ignore my spelling mistakes. It is going great. Yes. So, see, we have declared a function outside the main function, which we have called here. So, it here it might be any number of instructions. Like you can add many lines of code, you can perform operations on variables, and then you can call that function in your main function. So, yeah, this was the basic things you might know before you start the compose camp and you start building apps. So I hope you all got the basic things, and let's begin with your compose camp. You are ready with the Kotlin basics. Now let's hand over to Palash.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. That was great. So, am I visible? Visible, audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible.
I'm visible, audible. Is my screen sharing visible?
Uh, yes, Palash.
Okay, great. तो that was great, Vaishnavi. So आगे बढ़ते हैं। हो चैट सेक्शन तो एकदम मजा आ गया। लगता है कॉटलिन सीख के अभी तो कंपोज बाकी है। तो लेट्स गो अहेड। तो ये सब ठीक है बट कोड कहाँ करना है अभी? ये कॉटलिन प्लेग्राउंड में तो नहीं करेंगे, एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो तो चाहिए उसके लिए बाबा। सो देयर इज अ स्पेशल आईडीई फॉर and for developing Android applications, and that is Android Studio. Now, Android Studio, downloading Android Studio is a pain. It's real pain. I would not use the word. Sorry for that because it's a great event going on. So for that, we have our official partner with us, uh, platform partner More Efficient. So these guys are incredible. We'll be sharing the link in the chat box. You can go through that. These guys have, created a cloud platform for using Android Studio on cloud without even having anything to download or import any of the Android stuff in your local machine. If your local machine does not support any of the Android Studio version, you can definitely go check them out. This is a wonderful platform. I really loved it. So all you have to do is sign in with them, and yes, so once you are signed in, you will have a proper, you can say, a platform looking like this, where they have versions of Android Studio from Arctic Fox to Dolphin to Chipmunk. The version which we will be using is Chipmunk for developing Compose apps. Other than that, they have IntelliJ IDEA, IntelliJ versions from JDK 11 to JDK 8. They have PyCharm for Python and many more. You can definitely code here, I would suggest, rather than coding on Android Studio if you have a low machine that cannot handle Android Studio that much very well. So let's go. Oh my God, that was fast. So you can see that was super fast. Oh, right. So you will have an interface. You will be asked to import all the basic files that are needed in the Android application. But of course, not to worry because that all the imports are not being stored in your local machine but on a cloud platform. So that is definitely saving you space there as well. So all you have to do is create a new project. और ये देखो, बाबा रे बाबा, इतने सारे एक्टिविटी है। ओहो हो। सो यू हैव सो मेनी एक्टिविटीज इन एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो। पहले से ही कोड दे देते हैं ये लोग। वेब जैसा नहीं है, पूरा स्क्रैच से बनाना पड़ता है एकदम। अच्छे लोग है ये लोग बेचारे। गूगल मैप्स, गूगल पे, लॉगिन एक्टिविटी कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ एक क्लिक करना है। सो फॉर दिस कैम वी विल बी यूजिंग एम्प्टी कंपोज एक्टिविटी एंड as soon as you create next, you have to select your application name. I'm going to select Jai Hind. Oh, what an app, Jai Hind. So as you can see, then you can choose where to store your projects exactly. You can choose to store your projects here in the Android Studio projects and click on OK. So as you can see, it runs on language Kotlin, as Vaishnavi taught us earlier. Now, what does minimum SDK stand for? So minimum SDK is the minimum Android version which your app will run on. For a year, we have Lollipop, sorry for that, Lollipop. And you click on finish and that's it. You have a Android Studio running for you, building a code. So you can see that was pretty fast. Yes. So this is what Android Studio is. This is where you will be coding, making Android applications. Lovely pop. Yes. Sorry for that. So this is where you will be coding for making Android applications. You will be, designing beautiful applications, I hope, and you'll be carrying on with your Android journey. So let's start by introducing you all to Android Studio. So first of all, let's see what files does Android provide us. So आधे चीजें इसमें से काम की अभी नहीं है. We don't have to go in that depth कि ये क्या. No need. We'll be just going into one of the sections which are important for us and which will help us in this session. So first of all, you have the manifest file. In the manifest file, you basically define where your code will be, which layouts will be defined in your Android application, and which minimum SDK will be required, and all those stuff are required in manifest. Next, you have the Java, as you can see, a folder named as Java. So in the folder Java, you have three folders again: com.example Android test, com.example test, and com.example. बाकी दोनों कुछ काम के नहीं है, कभी नहीं आए मेरे को तो. So you basically go to Jai Hind folder which you have created. मैंने create किया है वो. Next, there is Java generated code. That is as well not needed because that is also pre for Android to run your applications. Then you have the resources folder. So either you put in all the images, you put in all the string files, you put in colors, whatever you need for your application to run on, and much more. So that is where you put the images, videos, audios, whatever in the drawable file. You put all the values for strings, or you have colors which you want to use, the themes you want to use for your application in the values. The other two are not important right now for this session. So moving on to the main code, अभी समझते हैं कि exactly हो क्या रहा है ये इतना सारा Android Studio ने दे दिया बिना वजह. इतना कोड दे देते हैं लोग. So basically in Android Studio, the code for a particular code where we have to write the main code is written in a class. As we know, Kotlin is a object-oriented programming language. So everything in Android Studio is written in classes. Other than that, the main thing to focus here is, of course, uh, first of all, you set as if we have Android developers with us, you might have known that you have to write, you have to link first both the files, that is class file and the XML file, and then you have to join them. You have to create a layout in another file, and you have to write backend code in some other file. इधर इतना झंझट नहीं करना है. सिंपल भाषा में सब एक ही फाइल में लिख देना है. That is that simple. Everything in just one file. your right from your UI to your backend to your connecting to your database, everything in just one file. That is the main importance of Compose, the main benefit of Compose. So what do we have here is Jai Hind theme is basically the app name that you are going to set, and you will get a predefined keyword after that, that is theme. This you can suggest it as a layout, which will be, given inside the Android mobile application, the layout which is set for that particular application. Inside that, ऐसा समझ लो एक डब्बा है, उस डब्बे के अंदर एक और डब्बा डाल दिया सरफेस करके, डब्बे के अंदर ऐसा इंसेप्शन कर दो, मजा आ जाएगा. सो वो डब्बे के अंदर वी हैव वन मोर कंटेनर नोन एज सरफेस. Now what does surface tell us? If you all might know web development, it can be referred as div for web developers if we have web developers with us. If not, we can consider this at a small container which we can have inside the layout, a small box where all your code is being written, and inside that you can have give color to that box, give size to that box. Currently we have fill max size. Now what does fill max size mean? ये पूरा जो
I guess there was some technical issue. Palash will be joining us right away.
Sorry guys, Palash will be back in few minutes.
हेलो, आई एम बैक. लगता है रिमूव कर दिया क्या किसी ने इस गरीब को? अरे ऐसा क्यों करते हो यार, रिमूव मत करो. So basically, where I was is exactly you can give color, you can give the size to that box inside, that is surface. You can call it as surface. The box is called as surface, and there you can call composable functions where you have components, as you can say components, या फिर all the things, images, text, audio, videos, whatever you want to add in your application. So now we'll see what exactly is at the rate composable. अब you can take at the rate composable as supposedly कोड तो लिखा बट फंक्शन तो बनाया, बट अभी कोड एंड्रॉइड का मतलब होना चाहिए ना, यूआई का तो कोड होना चाहिए ना, या फिर मैं कंपोजेबल हटा दूं तो ये तो कोड गया बाबा. ये देखो एरर आ गए मेरे को. You have to give at the rate composable to give UI to the application. Adding this keyword, if you do not add this keyword, गया, इतना समझ लो, गया. ठीक है. So at the rate composable is the most important keyword that you have to add. In that you have to add, you can make n number of functions using at the rate composable. Just add at the rate composable before a function और उसमें कंपोनेंट डालो और आ जाएगा यहाँ पे. बस इतना सा करना है. अब इफ एंड्रॉइड डेवलपर्स है तो उन लोग को पता है कि टेक्स्ट डालना पड़ता है एक्सएमएल में, और बहुत झंझट होती है बेसिकली एंड्रॉइड डेवलपमेंट इन एक्सएमएल. बट यहाँ पे एक टेक्स्ट करके एट्रीब्यूट देता है कंपोजेबल फंक्शन, उसमें टेक्स्ट डालो, खत्म. कुछ नहीं करना, वो खुद सब कर लेगा. फॉन्ट साइज चाहिए, फॉन्ट साइज दे दो बाबा. टाइप कर दो फॉन्ट size equals to 30.sp. अब ये देखो sp क्या होता है? It's basically pixels, as you can say in web development, or that is basically the font size. You have to define the size of the font as well. So now it's giving red. So what does red mean? Is basically you have to import these fonts into the Android Studio into the activity before using them. So as soon as I click on import, you can see that my preview has been enabled and अब मेरा font बड़ा हो गया. Exactly. So now what does at the rate preview stand for? ये जो बाजू में दिख रहा है ना, इतना फट चेंज हो रहा है. ये देखो हेलो का हेल हो गया, हेल का एल हो गया, ही हो गया, एच हो गया, एच. रियल टाइम मैन ये वेब भी नहीं देता है, एंड्रॉइड नेटिव एंड्रॉइड भी नहीं देता है, व्हाट कंपोज डज इट। सो दिस इज द मोस्ट, सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट है। कुछ भी कोड करो उधर रियल टाइम में आ जाता है, वॉट एवर यू कोड। So that is the most important thing that you have to look into. So for that, you have to give the particular function as at the rate preview. In that, you have to declare a function as fun default preview that is already declared for you. And inside that, you have to call a particular uh, function, composable function, which you have written in your code. And there you go, preview. एकदम मजा आ जाएगा तुम लोग को करके, सही बता रहा हूँ मैं। फट 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 ऐसा ऐप बना दोगे तुम लोग तो, ऐसा लग रहा है बाबा, तगड़े तगड़े एक आध दिन में। तो लेट्स बिल्ड दिस ऐप नाउ। व्हाट डज बिल्ड स्टैंड फॉर? अभी ऐप तो बना लिया, मतलब एक बार तो बिल्ड करना, लिख तो लिया, इतने बड़े बड़े कोड दिखना भी तो चाहिए यहाँ। एक बार तो एटलीस्ट तुम्हें बताना पड़ेगा कि हाँ भाई कोड लिख लिया है मैंने, अब तुम दिखाओ यहाँ पे। तो फॉर दैट build is used. So to build the project, you can click on the hammer button that is right beside the top nav bar, you can see, or you can go to the build tab and you can build from there, right there, make project or build project, whatever the name is given into your IDE. After you have built, अभी मोबाइल पे चलाना है आपको। अभी यहाँ तो ठीक है, अभी ये प्रीव्यू में क्या खास ही दिख रहा है, क्या ये कुछ भी है। तो अभी मोबाइल पे चलाना है, चलो तो मोबाइल पे चलाते हैं। And we have a emulator starting. So Android gives us a very you can say very uh, advantage that you can have devices inside Android Studio without even having connecting your real device. So if you do that, 1 second, there's an error sometime. I'll just be back once. As you can see, this is so fast, bhai, so fast. Don't get tensed. If you get any errors, just refresh the window, or you can just move on to the next screen with the same ID, and everything will be restored with at what point you had written the code in. Just a second, guys.
नहीं नहीं, आज कंपोज कैंपेन में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आज। मैं कह रहा हूँ शाम को खाने का प्लान है हमारा।
Yes, and we are back. Sorry for that. Is my screen visible again?
मैं कह रहा हूँ तेरे वहाँ पे जो टिफिन मिलता है वो
Yes, it is.
Hello.
पहले बताना पड़ता है।
Great. So as I was saying, Android provides you virtual devices. कुछ भी कोई भी device नहीं लगा सकते. There are pixels that you can use. There is so how do you create a device? You basically go into, just a second, my app is building.
क्या नहीं है? तो कल वो कुछ तेरे को कल कुछ बोला है। अबे टिफिन तो कल से नहीं था, 3 दिन 4 दिन।
So as you can see, indexing. What does indexing stand for? It's basically including everything that is inside a file that is known as Gradle file inside your Android Studio, so it can work properly. So as you can see, my emulator has started. It's basically a virtual phone. तो भाई इधर तुम ऐप चलाओ, कुछ भी करो, it's perfect here.
वैसे कल बात करनी है बहुत
So as you can see, the app, the मेरे लैपटॉप में आज तक एमुलेटर नहीं चला, बट सैल्यूट यार दिस। क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म्स।
कितने बजे फ्री है, कितने बजे फ्री है?
अब एंड्रॉइड भी वेब पे चल रहा है।
हाँ,
क्या बात है।
विला ही बैठा है, मुझे पता है। तो कितने बजे तक विला बैठा है ये बता।
And as you can see, the phone has started, and there it is, my application. So I'll rerun this application.
अरे नहीं नहीं, अभी परसेंटेज लोग नहीं होंगे ना, सब कुछ बढ़िया रहेगा। अच्छा अच्छा, चलेगा। टिकट मिलना होगा। चलो।
I guess I have opened some another main activity files. Yeah.
क्या नींद आ रही है सही में तेरे को? क्या खाने की कुछ है?
Yes, there we go.
क्लास का जाना है प्लान?
दो फोल्डर एक साथ रन हो रहे थे, वाह।
कुछ प्लान है अभी से? आज मुझे एमबीए जाने का मन है। एमबीए में एंट्री वैसा भी इतनी रही नहीं है इंजीनियर्स के लिए। वो क्योंकि वहाँ पे अपने को भी आते हैं, सीटेक वाले भी आते हैं, फैकल्टी भी आती है, एम वाले भी आते हैं।
हाँ,
तो उन्होंने एंट्री
ड्यू टू
बंद कर
सम
दी है वहाँ
एरर
पे आने की।
इधर
तो
फोन
देखते
नहीं
हैं
चल
कब
रहा।
बच्चों
लेट्स गो ऑन टू माय एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो।
तो उसकी दीपक भाई से
लेट्स
5
क्रिएट अ
बजे
न्यू
चल जाएंगे,
प्रोजेक्ट
मैं
देयर।
तो केवल लिखना पड़ेगा।
और
तो पहले तू ब्रश करना थोड़े कहाँ जा रहा है? मैं आता हूँ।
and this is what the real
इसको
Android
लाती हूँ।
Studio looks like.
अरे वो तो अच्छा भाई
So
है, इसको बोला।
I guess
इसको ये
नसीब अच्छा है तुम लोग का, ऐसा रियल एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो पे मिल गया।
इसको क्या नाम था? उनको लिया होगा ना वो बनाने के पोस्टर वगैरह। पोस्टर ये तो मोटू बनाने के लिए। चीज़ का? अरे तेरी छाता।
As you can see,
मतलब
everything
कौन
is
सा किस चीज़
being
का?
updated, scanning files to index.
उनको बोला होगा ना, अभी तो तू जाता उस दिन बैठ के। कहाँ टंगाया था वो? कहाँ टंगाया था? किस चीज़ का बनाई तू बता?
So Android has a project
करना है अपना
layout
क्वेश्चन।
which you have to follow
भाई
strictly.
तुम्हारे बात क्या
So
है भाई?
in the
भाई
project layout, you have to go to Android
पूछना भी आएगा क्या
specifically.
है?
Only there, all your Android files will be
अरे
stored,
तेरी बात तो
and
हुई कैसे हो क्या
all
तू
the
तू
APKs, as you can
अरे
say,
वो
are stored there.
तेरी क्लास चल रही है ना अभी? अरे जीडीएससी का इवेंट चल रहा है। जीडीएससी का है ना, समझ गया।
Just ignore the warnings if
वो
you
जो
get
वो भी
any.
आई थी।
So as you can see, the Android Studio which I am running on my
सारे
local
नोट्स
machine is
साइलेंट
way
एक बार में
slower
क्वेश्चन का भी बात
than the Android Studio
सेम
that
प्लान है इसका,
was
तेरे को
running on the
बताया उसके
cloud.
बाद में। अरे नहीं यार, नाम बोल
Due to
रहा
some
6 बजे
technical
बोल रहा हूँ।
difficulties, I guess they had
कुछ
to.
6:15 पे जेटोन के था 10 मिनट के लिए। तो वेंकट कंपोज चैप्टर से कोड रूम नहीं था, उसमें आयरन था, गाली दूंगे सब। तो नींद आ रही है यार, क्या करूँ? तो क्या नहीं आ रही है, फ्रेश हो।
कितना टाइम लेता है, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड गाइस। इतना रुकना तो पड़ेगा अगर एंड्रॉइड करना है तो। हायर मी एट गूगलर। व्हाट इज गूगलर ब्रो? Oh, I'm not working for any competition that is organized by Google, that is known as Googler. As you can see, finally build हो गया है। अगर मेरे मशीन पे इतना टाइम लगा, so just imagine the amount you will get. बिल्ड होने तक घूम के आ जाते हैं। आ जाओ मस्त एकदम घूम के आओ। बढ़िया सा। ये इतना ही स्लो होता है एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो में। Let's try on the web itself. Okay, so as you can see, you can the web is back finally. नहीं तो उधर जमाना लग जाता। So you can basically select multiple devices, add device manager. So to add a new virtual device, what you have to do is you basically have to go to device manager, then you have to click on create device और खुद के पसंद का कोई भी मोबाइल ले लो बढ़िया सा एकदम. You can even import hardware profiles if you have, and you can even create iPhones or iPhone पे Android चला दो. ओहो, मजा आ जाएगा तुम लोग को. You have to select the version of Android that your current emulator should run on. कुछ भी नाम दे दो एक बढ़िया वाला. इंडिया. Oh, I. That's it. And there you have. So I guess there's some problem with the emulator. Yeah. ये कितना फास्ट है, इधर तो अभी तक बिल्ड ही हो रहा लगता है compared to this. Let's see who wins, web or app. Why? Guys are saying Python में Android डेवलपमेंट होने लगी है. Python वालों मजे है तुम लोग की. ऐसे वेब भी Python से, Android भी Python से. क्या बात है. ओहो. As you can see, the emulator is already launched and the Android is crashing for some reason. No worries. Chalo. We'll provide you with the APK for the project for this session, and you can run that on your no virtual device on your mobile phone, sorry, mobile application. Oh. So now if you want to import an image, you declare it inside a variable and you basically take the ID of the image. बस इतना ही. So you take the ID from r.drawable dot whatever the ID is of the particular image and that's it done. See, again it's telling me to import, and when we import it's done. And there you have an emoji imported. As you can see, Android also gives images on the side where you have imported those images, and you can have those images tagged inside your Android by just by just having. Yes, so you just include your image here with content description as in no content description as in when the image is not loaded. तब क्या करना है भाई. तो तभी के लिए कुछ तो चाहिए रहेगा. So that is how we created a simple application with just text and image. It is that simple. Android Studio में पूरा तुम्हें XML में लिखना पड़ेगा कि अच्छा ओके यहाँ लगाओ यहाँ लगाओ यहाँ लगाओ. Here you just have to create it and that's all. So to build the APK, you just have to go to build bundles and build APKs. And once the APK is built, our team will be sharing the APK with you. And you can run that APK to your Android application and you're good to go. एकदम मोबाइल में पहला ऐप चला के देखो मजा आएगा. So try coding as much as you can and let's move on to the slides again. अभी ये तो हो गया. अभी रास्ता बता देते हैं एंड्रॉयड का. तो एंड्रॉयड डेवलपमेंट करनी कैसे है, कोई है क्या, कुछ है रास्ता वास्ता बनाया है. तो रास्ता एंड्रॉयड का बेसिकली. सो इन दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कंपोज कैम्प ज्वाइन कर लो, पहले तो वही चीज से सीख जाओगे काफी कुछ. सेकंड, चूज अ लैंग्वेज. कॉटलिन करनी है, जावा करनी है. आई पर्सनली चूज कॉटलिन ओवर जावा. जावा इज वे स्लोअर देन कॉटलिन. So you can, for this particular roadmap, I've chosen Kotlin. You install Android Studio inside your computer. You learn basics of Kotlin, like activities, fragments, navigation, build applications like with bottom navigation bars, have fun playing around. फिर database, सब तो मिल गया, अभी रखोगे कहाँ? तो learn about databases like Firebase and MySQL. Then एक एक स्टेप आगे जाओ, लर्न एडवांस टॉपिक्स लाइक को रूटीन्स, डिपेंडेंसी इंजेक्शन एक्सेट्रा. ये सब बहुत बड़ी चीज है, मत सोचो अभी. और फाइनली बनाओ इंस्टाग्राम, व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक, जो बनाना है बनाओ, बढ़िया बढ़िया एकदम. अभी आगे क्या है? ये तो एक सेशन हुआ है भाई, अभी और बचा है. So compose, first of all, we are launching composing challenge. So use in this challenge, you have to build an amazing and innovative application with your team members. A minimum of two and maximum of four members are allowed in a team. The app submission deadline is by 3rd October, and the best app will be submitted to Google. But वो खाली गूगल को सबमिट होगा, हमें कुछ नहीं. तो इसके लिए you have to give you will get swags for, and we'll be judging your app based on creativity, innovative idea for app and best UI. So you will get awesome swags from GDSC DYPCOE. ये याद रखना, और वो जल्दी ही आएंगे. swags मस्त एकदम, इतने बढ़िया बढ़िया होंगे. ओहो, मजा आ जाएगा तुम लोग को पहन के घूमना फिर कॉलेज में गूगल का. एंड फाइनली, there will be 4 sessions in the Compose camp where I'll be we'll cover the basic overview of each unit in the beginner track, which I showed in the starting PPT. And these sessions will have quizzes, Q&A rounds होगा, and Compose बहुत अच्छे से सीख जाओगे basically. और फिर Android journey start करने में जो मजा आएगा वो next level होगा. And one more most important thing, Compose is just like Flutter. तो यू विल बी लर्निंग विद कंपोज. यू, तुम्हें एंड्रॉयड भी आ गया नेटिव, और तुम्हें फ्लटर भी आ गया क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म एप्लीकेशन बनाना. तो ये बहुत बेनिफिशियल होने वाला है तुम लोग को. आई कैन मेक श्योर ऑफ दैट. एंड इतना ही, ऐसा ऐसे ऐसे करो और ऐप बन जाएगा तुम लोग का बढ़िया सा. अभी ये तो हो गया कंपोज कैम्प का बात. अभी इतनी सही टीम है अपने पास, उनको तो जरा इंट्रोड्यूस करने दो एक दूसरे को. सो आई हैंड ओवर द माइक एंड कैमरा एंड स्क्रीन सब. आई हैंड ओवर टू आवर मैनेजमेंट टीम एंड दे कैन कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम हियर. थैंक यू गाइस. तो आई होप कुछ तो समझ आया होगा तुम लोगों को. अगर आया तो चैट में थम्स अप डाल दो, यस लिख दो, कुछ भी कर दो कि पता चले बाबा.
इतना अच्छा समझा है तो समझेगा ही ना.
फिर कोई सवाल? अभी तो एक हुआ है और 3 है, और तो इसमें नहीं समझा तो क्या और है. नहीं समझा तो क्या और है. So yes, management team, you all can continue and tell them about the team.
Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. First of all, myself Ashutosh Shimpi, and my co-mate who has currently turned on his camera is Abhishek, and we are the management team of GDSC. And there's a short intro of the entire team. We've created a slide for you guys, and so yeah, let me continue. So after an amazing session by Palash, Vaishnavi, and an intro by Shreya Dode, the lead. So this will be a short intro of our team and how we perform and what we do basically. And the first goes is management team. So hello again, myself Ashutosh from management team in GDSC. And about me, I love to code and I love to design. I've been coding in C++ and JavaScript for about 2 years now, and I am a front-end developer. Apart from this, my hobbies include I'm an avid painter, and yeah, I'm a front-end developer right now. and my interests align in data science and Web3 domain right now. Yeah, I also have couple of projects over that, and yeah, I'll hand over to my partner Abhishek right now. Over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Good evening, everyone. I'm Abhishek Suryavanshi, and I am currently management lead at GDSC DYPCOE, and I am a third year student of the information technology branch, and I am currently a full stack web developer and intern also. And I'm interested in the data engineering domain where I explore many projects in there. And so, next slide, Ashutosh. Yeah, so you might think that what is a task or what is a work for a management team? So I just want to tell you that management team is a team behind camera. So whatever the events we are organizing by the GDSC, we have to make that event successfully with proper planning and with the time boundaries. And that includes right from all booking to task dividing and coordinating with all GDSC leads and GDSC members of our club. So next slides, I will be over to Ashutosh.
So, in my experience of being the lead for the past few days, the things that I've noticed to be a successful management lead at any club or especially in GDSC is there are some of the skills mentioned over here, and some of them are patience, multitasking skills, communication skills, and coordination skills. All of these, including your own tech skills, so that you can help the tech team makes the best management lead out of you. And yeah, that's in short. I won't take much of your time. Yeah, thanks on behalf of our team. Chalo, over to you, PR team.
Yes, thank you, Ashutosh. I think I'm properly audible and visible to you, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. Good evening and namaste to everybody. So as soon as I come up with this position, you people will be like, "Tu hai kaun rahe?" Like, who are you people? What does actually PR means? What is an importance of PR? So don't worry, I'm gonna explain all this thing to you in a short time. So yeah, please next slide. So before moving on next, I would like to introduce myself. I am Vaishnavi Mokadam. I am a third year information technology student, and yes, I am a public relationship lead at GDSC DYPCOE. Apart from that, I am a front end web developer and I'm a programmer. I love to get messed up with some DSA questions, to think about a bug whole day and to get to know that अरे हमने तो सेमीकोलन नहीं लिखा था यार, इसीलिए हमारा एरर आ रहा है. एंड आई एम श्योर कि ये मिस्टेक सबके साथ हुई है. And next slide. Okay, so other than that, I would like to introduce a person who you have known before. जिसने पहले ही introduce कर लिया है, Vaishnavi Barge. She is also an PR lead who is coordinating with me. Yeah, next slide. Now you people will be like, Ashutosh, next slide, please.
It's already over the next slide.
Uh, we are on the fourth slide or third slide right now.
Vaishnavi Bug's slide is visible.
No, I want next one. Yeah, okay. So now people, you will be like, ki, okay, we know everything. Tell me something which I don't know. So coming to the position, most of you think ki, PR lead means talking, communication, interaction with people, and wahi class में जाके publicity करना. But no, it's not that. It's way more than that. Apart from all these things, वहाँ पे बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें होती है which matters to carry out an event. So PR lead is a someone who represents the value and mission of a community, who possess a problem solving approach and teamwork, who builds a strong reach with the consistent matches, and who develops the identity of a community. Now tell me one thing, how did you get here? तुम लोग को कैसे पता चला कि आज हमारा GDSC का इवेंट है, कंपोज कैंप है, whatever it is? Obviously, you may have gone through the messages, WhatsApp messages, you may have gone through the Instagram post, you may have gone through the LinkedIn post, and that's what we do. We make our audience aware about all the events organized by the GDSC so that they shouldn't miss anything. So that's it, what we do. And here are the some core concepts, or you can say the qualities a PR should need. As I said before, developing an identity of community and then building a strong reach, social media management, whatever you see are managed by the PR team. And that's what we do. Next slide, please. And yes, that's it. अब हम उतने भी कुछ खास नहीं है, but yeah, if you need any updates, if you want to ask me anything about the GDSC events or any information, you can ask me. I'm dropping my LinkedIn link in the chat box. You can follow me, you can connect with me, and can ask anything. So yeah, that's it. I would like to hand over the session to the design team, and thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I am audible to you all. So here you have the design team. My name is Saurabh Bade. Next slide, please. Hello, guys. My name is Saurabh Bade. I am a UI UX designer, a front-end developer, a design mentor at CPMC. Previously, I was a design coordinator at GDSC. Also, if you guys want to ask anything about UI UX designing, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. So this was my short intro. Now I want to call upon our next design co-lead, Sakshi Thompe.
Hey everyone, my name is Sakshi and I'm from computer engineering third year. I'm adept in Figma and Canva and I've been doing designing for the past 1 year. I've always had a creative side to myself, so I've also explored UI and UX and hence I have interest in web development as well as app development. So next question, Saurabh.
यार ये क्वेश्चन तो आई गेस बहुत बार सुन लिया होगा. So next question please.
So what does the design team actually do? Everything that you see in GDSC, every visual is basically made by the design team. So eventually we can say design team is the face of GDSC.
Design influences what we think, the way we feel and the decisions we make. बहुत इंग्लिश हो गया ना गाइस. Like basically इतना समझ लो कि designing is what we imagine and what we bring it on the paper basically.
And one line you might have heard your whole life is that a picture speaks more than 1,000 words.
इसका एक सीधा सीधा आंसर देना चाहूँ तो जो भी एक डिज़ाइन सिर्फ मतलब ऐसा मत समझो कि the thing which you are making a designing thing, it's way more than that. Like it also it must be appealing to the user also. It must not like you are liking it only. The user must also must be appealing to the user as well. So this was a brief interview about the design team. Now I want to call upon our web specialist Om Gawande.
Okay. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, Om,
Yes, you are audible and visible too.
Hello guys. I guess you probably know me by name called as Spider, but मेरा असली नाम ओम है. Currently, I am your GDSC web specialist. I am also a Postman student expert as well as sometimes I create content on LinkedIn. Okay, तो इतना सब कुछ करने के लिए एक रोड मैप तो होना चाहिए, लेकिन मेरे पास कोई रोड मैप तो नहीं है. अगर तुम्हें सच में वेब डेव सीखना है तो यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट मी एनी टाइम ऑन द सोशल लिंक दैट आर अवेलेबल इन द चैट सेक्शन. हम सैटरडे संडे को मिल सकते हैं एंड आई विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई टू टीच यू इनफ कि अगले साल तुम में से कोई मेरी जगह पे हो. थैंक यू गाइस. नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल सिमरन टू कंटिन्यू.
Good evening, everyone. I am Simran Khaparde, your cybersecurity specialist. I am a third year IT student. Along with this, I am a cyber enthusiast and a cloud enthusiast. Also, I am working as a technical project manager at Virtual Cyber Labs. Next slide, please. So moving forward, what is cybersecurity? You all might have heard of the word many times, but what it exactly means. So, for us, initially, it sounds like something that is super difficult to understand, learn, but that's definitely not the case. Speaking in simple terms, cybersecurity is just securing your data and your systems from malicious activities. So basically, there are two types of cybersecurity, the blue teamers and the red teamers. So blue teamers are the ones who work on defending the systems, that is protecting And red teamers are the ones who are more into hacking and getting into other systems. So all of you might be wondering that why do we even have cybersecurity domain this year in GDSC? We've never had it before, I guess. So in today's world, every activity that we do is being tracked on the internet and is open to everyone. What a front person does or where he or she goes can be tracked by me. So that is definitely a risk that we possess. So we need to know about these potential risks so that we can protect ourselves. Throughout the year, we would be going through many activities, boot camps, sessions, workshops, and definitely by the end of my tenure, many people of you might be aware of how to protect yourself from the potential risks. So y'all can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll be dropping my link in the chat box. Ending with a quote, if you think you know it all about cybersecurity, this discipline was probably ill explained to you, and definitely we would be going through it throughout the year. I would now request Nikhil to take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Simran. Hello, good evening all. Myself, Nikhil Shinde. I am Google's cloud specialist at GDSC. Also, I am a good knowledge of DevOps, and also I am the data science enthusiast. Next slide. तो बेसिकली सब सोच रहे होंगे क्लाउड क्या है, व्हाट इज क्लाउड। तो क्लाउड बेसिकली क्या होता है कि मतलब हमें कुछ भी स्टोर करना हो या कुछ भी हमें मैनेज करना हो या एक्सेस करना हो, वो सब एक ऑनलाइन नेटवर्क रहता है, वहाँ पे स्टोर होता है, हमारे लोकल फाइल पे स्टोर नहीं होता। तो इंग्लिश में हम कह सकते हैं कि द टर्म क्लाउड रेफर्स टू अ नेटवर्क और इंटरनेट। इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन से दैट क्लाउड इज नथिंग बट विच इज प्रेजेंट एट रिमोट लोकेशन। तो बेसिकली क्लाउड के दो टाइप होते हैं, पब्लिक क्लाउड और सर्विस क्लाउड। और बहुत यहाँ पे बहुत सारे कंपनियां ने अपने अपने क्लाउड बनाए हैं, लेकिन तीन बड़े एमएनसी है जैसे कि AWS, अजूर एंड गूगल क्लाउड। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। सो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म क्यों अच्छा है। इसके कुछ बेनिफिट्स है जैसे कि उनका कम्युनिटी सपोर्ट अच्छा है, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव है, फ्लेक्सिबल है, स्केलेबल है और रिलायबल भी है, और सिक्योर और फुल मैनेज भी है। तो बेसिकली आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि सबके पास गूगल क्लाउड के स्वैग्स है, मतलब उनके पास शर्ट है, बैग्स है, वो कैसे आए। तो उन्होंने वो कोर्स किया था गूगल क्लाउड का, जैसे कि गूगल क्लाउड फैसिलिटेटर प्रोग्राम और गूगल क्लाउड का 30 डेज का प्रोग्राम, और बहुत सारे इवेंट्स आते हैं गूगल क्लाउड की जैसे लर्न टू अर्न, और बहुत सारे इवेंट है। तो हम लोग देखेंगे अब आगे कौन से क्लाउड के इवेंट आने वाले। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। सो इट थैंक यू एवरीवन। और हम देखेंगे अगर कुछ अगले साल इस साल और अगले साल जो इवेंट आएंगे, आप लोगों के कुछ क्लाउड के डाउट्स होंगे तो आप बता सकते हैं, मेरे को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं मेरे लिंक्डइन पे। तो अब मैं यश को बुलाना चाहता हूँ। ओवर टू यू यश।
Hello everyone, myself Yash, and I am AIML specialist at GDSC. So there's something new at GDSC this year. So you might be wondering what it is. So this year GDSC has introduced a new field also, which is artificial intelligence. Previously we were just having machine learning. So this year we will be having artificial intelligence and machine learning both. So I am the AIML specialist at GDSC, and I am also a Python developer and a machine learning developer, and I have previously worked as a machine learning developer at FesaPro. Oh my god, sorry, by mistake a wrong slide has been popped up, sorry. The next slide please. So basically, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a wide-ranging branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. Artificial intelligence allows machine to replicate the capabilities of human mind, from development of self-driving cars to the smart assistants. Everywhere the artificial intelligence is used. When we look at AI, we just look at AI in a very small term, but actually there are lot many things in AI. Machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision are there, but the base of AI is constructed with lot of mathematical calculations and equations. and the most irritating part of
मैं
it
बोल
is
रहा हूँ कि
calculus.
तुम लोग जाओ, क्योंकि फिर मोहित का ऐसा है कि उसको पसंद नहीं आएगा, तो फिर क्या ही वो करना
So
है।
what is
तो
machine
मैं और
learning?
मोहित चले जाएंगे,
Machine learning
तुम
is a
लोग चले
type
जाओ,
of
ठीक है?
artificial intelligence that allows software
हाँ
to become more accurate
हाँ,
at
तुम लोग चले
predicting
जाओ।
outcomes without being
हाँ
explicitly programmed to
बाय।
do so. आसान भाषा में समझाऊं तो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड आशुतोष. ओके, सो यू माइट बी वंडरिंग, अगर आपको AIML में जाना है तो आपको क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा. तो बेसिकली एक बेसिक नॉलेज आपको अगर पाइथन, नमपाई, पांडास, सीबॉर्न और मैटप्लॉटलिब लाइब्रेरीज का है तो दैट्स ओके. एंड इन लेटर पार्ट वी विल आल्सो डिस्कवर टेंसरफ्लो एंड पाइटॉर्च. So now the question arises from where to learn all these things. So my personal choice, go for Reddit. Join Reddit. So done with ML. So what next? Thank you.
So hello guys, we do have a WhatsApp group for the same. You can connect through us in our WhatsApp. I will make sure that everybody in our team answers your query at 3 a.m. at night. Yeah, yes. So I
Our
will be sharing
LinkedIn
link
LinkedIn
ASAP.
profiles are our LinkedIn profiles are shared in the chat section. If you want to connect with any of us, we haven't provided our direct WhatsApp numbers, but you can just contact us over LinkedIn, and we will be able to meet in person or talk on WhatsApp or any other platform that you are free with. And as we have shared that our technical skills and our regular skills, if you want to build up yourselves in any of these, do connect with us. Let's build a community of GDSC in our college. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Well, before leaving, I would like to thank for being a wonderful audience. And also, you can check your WhatsApp groups. I have provided the link in the chat, but not offline event. That's a really valid question. Why not offline event? Well, we are planning something. Yeah, we are not going to leave you on online sessions. Definitely, we are planning something. Just be patient enough for a week, and you will get to know. Yeah, you can also join the WhatsApp group. The link is in the chat.
हाँ
If you want, I can send it again.
हाँ
Yeah, you can definitely join the WhatsApp group, and we will be connecting through
हाँ,
you
मैं तेरे को
guys
करता, मैं
through
तेरे को वही
WhatsApp
पूछना
group.
था, वो
The
प्लेलिस्ट में
study
काट दिया था।
material and the links which are provided in the
मैं
chat.
भेजता तेरे को।
If you
हाँ, मैं
have
पूछ रहा
missed
था कि
any,
कल
don't
तुम
worry. We also will be
यस यस यस, अबे सब
sharing
कुछ
it
जरूर
again
होती
in
है
the
भाई।
WhatsApp group.
मैं तेरे को करता व्हाट्सएप पे करता। हाँ
Well, I guess Team GDSC, you can turn on
I
your
hope
cameras.
everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Did you enjoy it? कोई भी है ना, अनम्यूट करके बोल दो, कुछ भी बोल दो.
फिर रुको, सबको एक्सेस ही नहीं दिया.
Kalash, do they
नहीं
have
कह रही.
access to speak?
होंगे मेरे
Okay.
में, बोलो.
अच्छा,
माइक
तुम
ऑन करो,
हैंड रेज
वीडियो
करो,
ऑन
we
करो.
can give you access. आप हैंड रेज करो, like
आ गया।
reactions में जाके
सबको
we
सबको
can
दे
provide
दिया.
access.
Give
कैमरा
access
ऑन
to
करके भी
everyone.
बोल सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
एकदम मजा आ गया, एकदम मजा।
क्या बात है.
Oh,
ओहो,
that's
झूठ
great.
मूठ का
Keep
तारीफ मत
attending the
करना.
other sessions.
झूठ मूठ का तारीफ मत कर.
Well, I don't think so. अभी झूठ मूठ का होगा because it was a fun session.
Super informative.
Yeah. Thanks to Palash and Vaishnavi, like
Yes.
among with the casual tax, it was also the most technical session I have ever been online.
Yes, it was very interesting, Palash bhai. Thank you for the session.
अरे
Palash
anytime
bhai,
bro.
no, Palash bhai OP.
Not OP today.
नहीं, उनका एक्सप्लेनेशन बहुत अच्छा था इनफैक्ट पलाश भैया का। मैं एट अ टाइम बोर होने वाला था, बट पलाश भैया ने बोर होने नहीं दिया।
अच्छा, क्या चाहिए बेटा?
Um, So I guess all attendees can leave. We
Yeah.
conclude this session. Really, thank you for being such a wonderful audience. Uh, yes, like, and you can also message us on LinkedIn, DM us on WhatsApp, like anything.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. It was great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you everyone.
Bye.
Bye.